This has been a big issue over the course of the last week, and there is growing unease now over the president's drone strike program, as lawmakers on all sides are taking issue with a policy that critics say gives the president the power to target whoever he wants, wherever he wants, including U.S. citizens. And while there seems to be some little support for a plan to have a judge approve those attacks before they're carried out, even former Defense Secretary Robert Gibbs agrees that there needs to be some check on a policy that seems to give the president the powers of judge, jury, and executioner.
Informing the Congress or the intelligence committees or something like that. I think some check on the ability of a president to do this has merit as we look to the longer-term future.
Because that's where you're looking with this whole question. What happens next? What kind of powers has the president and the executive branch been given in all of this? Kirsten Powers joins me, Daily Beast columnist and Fox News contributor, and Rich Lowry, editor of the National Review, also a Fox News contributor. Welcome to you both. Good to have you here.
Good morning.
You know, I mean, I don't think anybody shed too many tears over Al-Awlaki and the two others who were killed with these drone strikes. They were U.S. citizens, and this has gotten a lot of attention because of them. But it's the precedent, the larger issue, I think, at hand, that now has Congress wanting a piece of this and wants to be able to make decisions where this is concerned. Kirsten, what do you think?
Well, first of all, people should shed tears over the son, you know, Anwar Al-Awlaki's son being killed. He was not even ever accused of being associated with Al-Qaeda, and, you know, according to Robert Gibbs, just should have chosen a better father. You know, he was actually killed in a separate drone attack than killed his father. So an innocent 16-year-old American citizen was killed, and I think we should, you know, we should shed tears over that. You're right, Anwar Al-Awlaki is a completely different situation. He was plotting against the United States. However, he is an American citizen, and there does need to be some sort of due process, even if it's something as simple as a FISA court where the president has to actually make a case. It shouldn't just be bureaucrats, because it's not just the president who can do this. It's, you know, bureaucrats, high-level bureaucrats who can decide that person is going to die, that American is going to die because we've decided that they are, you know, plotting against the United States. They don't even have to have actually planned anything or you know, or even shown any real intent to do anything imminently. So I think that there has got to be some kind of oversight for this.
Rich, what do you think?
Well, first let's remember this is a core executive branch responsibility. In every single conflict we've had, the executive branch on its own has decided who to target and who constitutes an enemy combatant. It's happened every single war in our history. Now, what makes us feel different is the drone program is often hitting people outside of, you know, traditional battlefields in Afghanistan or, say, in Iraq, and it's targeting very specific individuals for assassination. So more oversight, absolutely. Let Congress weigh in on this. Congress can set out what it thinks the process should be. It could set out the way the executive branch would report back to Congress, which would do its oversight. But getting judges involved, I think, is just a very ill-considered proposition, both pragmatically and how it would work. Courts, by the way, have consistently said courts should have nothing to do with the conduct of military operations. And then just on constitutional grounds, I doubt very much you could craft a proposal that would pass constitutional muster, because this is just such a core executive branch responsibility. I
mean, as Kirsten points out, there is collateral damage that happens in any warfare. It happens in these instances as well. The language is that, you know, to fall under this, you'd have to be believed to be a senior member of Al-Qaeda or an affiliate to be targeted in this way. But there's a concern, a larger concern, that it could happen at home. And that is another reason why this gets a ton of attention. Kirsten, what are your concerns where that's regarded?
Well, of course it could happen at home, but I don't think that's necessarily the reason to be concerned. We should be concerned. I reject the term collateral damage. You know, these are human beings who are killed, and I know that's how we talk about it, but they're no different than we are. You know, these are people who have done nothing wrong, who are being blown into pieces by American drones. And I think, you know, I agree that there can't be any kind of oversight here.
Are you saying as a blanket matter, all these people targeted by the drones have done nothing wrong? Or you're
innocent
saying,
people,
oh, the
collateral damage,
yes,
the collateral damage are innocent.
If you're in Yemen, stay away from Al-Qaeda operatives. Don't drive in cars with them.
Oh, really,
don't hang around in houses with them.
So a 16-year-old should be killed because they happen to be near somebody who
by that standard,
you could never
conduct any war ever.
No,
it's an
that's
impossible
ridiculous.
standard.
That's not true. That is absolutely false.
In World War II, there was no collateral damage.
I'm saying,
There's no collateral damage in Afghanistan now.
Me for 5 seconds? I am saying, don't refer to human beings who are innocent, and don't tell me no innocent people are killed. Stop interrupting me.
Obviously, this is a subject that we could talk about a lot longer, and I hope we will. It's important. Kirsten, thank you. Rich, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Like the fire, though, huh? A lot of vigor. In a moment.